Well, what's up? It's
What's
Wednesday.
up, weekly?
What's up, weekly? It's Wednesday.
It's
Hey,
good to see
everybody.
all of you.
Thanks for joining. You know the drill. We'd love to see who you are, where you're zooming in from. Any little comments in the chat? Nebraska first.
Always.
Guys got to get faster. Those Nebraskans, those Cornhuskers really know how to chat.
I love it. I love it. And as always, you know what I'm going to say. I'm going to, as always, say, take this minute that you've got before we get started and you drop a message into every team chat you got and let people know that this is the place to be. What's Up Weekly has started. It is going right now. And there is going to be information that you just do not want to miss on tonight's call. We had it in the newsletter. David put in, this is going to be the biggest Zoom of our summer. This is we've got some incredible announcements, an amazing guest speaker coming in, and do not want you to miss all of the information on tonight's call. So send out those messages.
Well, cool. Well, I see folks from Australia and Canada and the United States all over, north, south, east, west, Alabama, Tennessee, Iowa, Kentucky, South Carolina, Wisconsin, Delaware.
Canada's in the chats.
Nebraska. What's that?
I saw Canada in the chats. Manitoba's showing up. What's going on? Good to see you, Canadians. Appreciate you being here.
All right. Good. I see your home state of Minnesota.
Oh, yeah. Minnesota's always showing up.
Where are my folks from New Jersey? I was in New Jersey this past weekend with some soccer buddies from high school. Texans are here.
In the house. Wisconsin's here. What's going on, you guys? Good to see you, Misty. Appreciate you being here. El Paso, Texas.
El Paso, Texas. I bet that's a little toasty.
A little hot over there in Texas. Jacques is where I'm at out in Pennsylvania. We're finally getting a little break in the heat wave. We've had like 100 degrees last few days, finally broke down to 80. So all the kids were outside and loving life today.
Nice.
It is so good to see. Northern Cali's in the house. Appreciate all you guys being here. We're going to get started in just a minute. But again, want to make sure that everyone is on here because we've got some really important information and the fire, the energy, the passion that I believe is not only from David and I, but in the chat mainly is what really fuels this call. And for someone to watch it on the replay, they're going to miss out on a lot of that energy, seeing what the whole world is saying about what we got coming here. Mississippi is here. Super excited that you are here.
Mississippi's got lots of I's, lots of S's, lots of P's, and lots of E's in here. I
love that. I was about to say, I think that's the first state that we all learned how to spell. I think that is the first one.
That's good. Yeah.
All
and
right.
then you got like Albuquerque, which is just impossible to spell.
Yeah.
And Massachusetts not so easy either. So all right, well, good. We got lots and lots and lots of folks. Why don't we get rolling here, Taylor? I know
Let's do it, man.
You've got the kickoff. We've got a couple of big announcements, one on the front end of the call, one on the back end of the call. So I'm going to go ahead. Should I share my screen?
1 second. I want you to share in just a sec, but I want to say, make sure that if you're getting on this call, that you're staying till the end, especially if you're registered for convention, because if you are registered for convention, I want you to see if it's your name that we call at the end of this call that's earned your entire hotel stay at convention for free. And so, as you know, every week we're giving this away, but I really want, I want you to be here so you can see it at the end of the call and see if it's your name that gets called. So make sure that you wait till the end. And with that, David, I think that we get started. Let's throw that PowerPoint up. And who is ready for a brand new product? Put a 5 in the comments. You know my number. Put a 5 in the comments if you love and are excited about our new product coming out. Next generation of natural nootropics, brain boosting, mood elevating, appetite suppressing, no crash energizing. This product, I feel like I'm Ric Flairing right now, wheeling and dealing, alligator shoes wearing. It is Paradise Punch. You guys know what it is, and we are so excited. Those of you got to try it in Mexico, you know it's an unbelievable product. We just like to say, take a sip of paradise, and this is the first time that the majority of you are getting to see the pricing and the commissions on this product. And so as you see here, $69.95 is what you're going to be able to get Paradise Punch for retail pricing. The wholesale pricing $52 with the QV of 52 and the CV of 40. The pre-sale, as we do all of our pre-sales, is going to start tomorrow at noon. So all of our pre-sales, as we like to announce them to you the day before, so that you can get all the energy and get all the excitement with your customers and your brand partners, so that tomorrow at noon, you guys can flood the site like crazy. Hopefully go shut it down. Go knock it out of commission, because we flooded with so many orders coming through there that we had to say, hang on. But no, I don't think that's going to happen. We're prepared for it. But again, available in US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. So excited about this product. So excited about what we're bringing here. And excited for each and every one of you to be able to capitalize on the excitement of this Paradise Punch that so many got to try in Mexico. And now it's going to be available to them.
And
so
one other comment, Taylor, it should be in our warehouse before the end of the month. So that's good news too, but we want everybody to make sure you're first in line and get the volume. So I just wanted to add that.
100%. Yeah, I was going to, 100%. Want to let you know that it is our commitment to have this product shipping at the end of the month of August. And if anything is to change with that, you guys will be the first people to know. But as of right now, our commitment is to get it to you by the end of August. And speaking of August, do we have some excitement going on when it comes to all the specials that we have going on in August? Put a 3 in the comments if you're excited about all the specials that we have going on in August right now. David and I fought for this team up bonus. We saw so many unbelievable stories throughout the Road to Happiness promotion in the 3 months prior to our Summer of Simplicity promotion, that we said, you know what, we got to bring up team up back. We got to bring it back. So many people saw so many results and so much great growth in their business due to this amazing bonus. And so for the month of August, you've got Team Up coming back. You also have the Ultimate Skincare Special, which we had as a flash sale for the end of July, which we are now bringing for the full month of August, which is really unbelievable discounts. I mean, up to $134 off. It's pretty incredible. We also have a lot of this detailed in your weekly newsletter. So make sure that you're referring to your weekly What's Up Weekly newsletter, as a lot of these will go into more detail, but we got a very jam-packed call tonight. We also have, throughout the Summer of Simplicity, if Team Up wasn't enough, you've also got your Rank Up bonus, your Rank Runner bonus. You've also got free convention tickets for the Happier and the Happiest packs. What is the goal of all of this? The goal of all of this is us at corporate really wanting to say that we believe in you. We believe in you and your business. And not only do we believe in you, but we want to show you and really strip away any potential excuse that you might have to say, you know what, I can't run right now. To say that this is the time. This is the time to get running. This is the time to plug in. This is the time to make it happen. You've got Rank Runner, Rank Up. You've got the Team Up bonus. You've got the month-long skincare promotion. You've got the free convention tickets. There is endless things that we have coming your way right now. And I think that, I think it's only going to get better. But again, all that to say is capitalize on it while you got the opportunity. Strike while the iron's hot. It's those that capitalize on August that are going to be able to really blow their business up into September going into convention. And that's really where you want your business firing on all cylinders, is going into a convention season, right? That's when you want things going in the right direction, is right when you're getting ready to go into convention. So we're trying to build everything up for you so that you can be prepared to do it. With that, I'm going to pass it back over to David.
All right. Well, it was originally called the Summer of Simplicity, but we keep adding on so many things that maybe we need to change it to the Summer of Awesomeness, or the Summer of Multiplicity, or I don't even know what to call it. But we got a lot of stuff going on. New product, August specials. We've got the Summer of Simplicity 4-month specials, and underneath it all, we have this HCO Olympics, and we're really starting to see that take shape. The screenshot there is Tiffany Shasser and Erica Jordan and her team, and they just had a great training session, one of the silver Zooms. And there's some Zooms going on right now. Some of them are one-on-one training. Some of them are group training. Some of them are business presentations. And then, of course, we've got golds going on the road So we've got, I know Kenny Rossi's got a whole bunch of stops he's doing here this month. I know Tiffany's going on the road and others as well. So yeah, so we've got things happening. And what's important is if you get to the rank of bronze, then you're in the HCO Olympics page, the group page. There's great energy in there. There's live trainings done at least once a week from our HCO Olympics trainers, plus Taylor, plus me. And, you know, we may sneak some other people in there here and there. And then we've got silver trainings on Zoom, gold trainings live. And this is just the beginning. This is just the foundation of the concept. And, you know, we're excited about what that's going to bring. So HCO Olympics happening. If you got any questions, get with your upline diamond. They know all about it. And another thing we've got going that was just launched here over the last few weeks is our referral program, Give 10, Get 15. So it is the most lucrative and generous program in the industry that we know of. We're seeing customer recruiting up. We're also seeing brand partner recruiting up. So those are great indicators of excitement and energy in the business. And so we've made available a handful of social posts. There's some training. Bottom line is, though, just tell your customers. We sent an email out last month. We got 2 emails lined up for this month directly to your customers to let them know what their referral code is, how the program works. But bottom line is, these are your people. These are folks that you know. Let them know that if they love whatever product it might be, could be coffee, could be collagen, could be skincare, could be Zest, could be our brand new Paradise Punch, whatever it is, they like it, they're having results, they're losing weight, they can share it up with some other people. And when they do share it, not only can they take advantage of the Give 10, Get 15 program, but of course they can also take advantage of the Switch Squad. So we've got Switch Squad swag, but importantly, we also are giving away $200 every single day. We give $100 in rewards points to brand new customers. So let's thank and welcome Karen and Shalimar and Carrie and Janice and Rhiannon and Megan and Penny, brand new to the company, brand new customers that are just trying the products for the very first time. And sure enough, they've got $100 in rewards points, 2,250 rewards points to be exact, that they can use in future. Not 2,250, I should take that back. They get 15,000 rewards points that they can use for future orders. And then the people who made that happen for us, Amy and Ashley, and you don't have to have a name that begins with A, although we got Angela. We've got Brittany and Gwendolyn twice. So yeah, I was getting worried that everybody had to have the letter A in their first name to win, but that's not true. So all you people B to Z, you guys are in there too, but you got to enroll somebody. So you got to bring in a brand new customer every single day, pick a name out of the hat, and you can win $100 in cash that's paid the following week. So I'm really excited about how the program's working and how all the programs really work together. Customers referring customers, brand new customers coming in, winning cash, winning rewards, you know, specials on skincare. We've got rank advancements and rank ups and rank runners and all kinds of stuff. So check your newsletter and be part of it. And if you're excited and don't know what's going on, then you need to direct people to Taylor tomorrow night. So Taylor, I'm gonna turn it back to you.
I love it. And I just saw Ashley in the comments say she never wins anything. And I love that. Ashley, congratulations. You did the right activities. You did the right behaviors. And here at the Happy Co, you're winning. You're a winner and you're always a winner. All of you on this call are winners. And I want to say another big shout out to Brittany Maxidon for leading by example. I think that's so important when you see our leaders here at the Happy Co, those that are out there training and leading groups up on the leaderboard when it comes to these new customer acquisitions. It shows that not only are they in their training, but they're also leading by example. So a huge shout out to you, Brittany, as well, for always showing what it takes, not just telling people what it takes. And so I really love that. Want to make sure that I've got our special guest coming out here just a minute, but I'm excited for tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I am doing something that I have never done before. Tomorrow night, I am doing an opportunity Zoom all by myself. It's going to be me, myself, and I. And the goal of this is not just so you can have Taylor up there. The goal is really to give a outline of some framework for this new business opportunity presentation that we have recently launched. If you were on our last week's Thursday opportunity call, you saw Al Kieran and I go through the new cadence, the new opportunity presentation. If you were on there and you saw it, you loved it, put a 5. You know it's my favorite number. I'm gonna ask you to do it again. Put a 5 in the comments if you're on the opportunity Zoom last week and you enjoyed that new cadence. If you enjoyed a little bit more information, a little bit more graphics, a little bit more detail when it comes to how we are presenting things in this opportunity presentation. I see a lot of 5, so I'm really happy, and I'm hoping that you guys really enjoyed it. Tomorrow, the goal is going forward on these calls that one of your Happy co-leaders will be running these calls on their own every single week. Whether it's a Brian Heflin or a Melissa Lucas or a Carrie Cotis or a Candy McCaffrey or a Tiffany Shaz or Amber Davidson or a whoever it might be, a Melissa Bordeaux, who knows, that they will be running it kind of just by themselves with a group of great testimonials. And so that's kind of the goal going forward week to week. I am going to kind of set the precedent with that tomorrow night, and I'm gonna have some amazing testimonials on with me. The goal is, again, to tighten this call up, to keep it right in that 20 to 25 minute realm. That's where we want to be. And so hoping that you will come join me, hoping that you're going to fill it up with prospects. I promise to bring nothing but professionalism. I promise to bring nothing but a tight timetable, a tight schedule, and a lot of really great information. So hope to see you all there with me. With that being said, we can hit the next slide. Who's ready? Who's ready for our next convention speaker to be announced? Put your favorite emoji in the comments if you're ready to see him. If you're ready to have him come up. I've gone through too many numbers, but I love the engagement. Put your favorite emoji in the comments if you are ready to say hey to our next keynote convention speaker here at the Happy Co. Coming to our convention in Dallas, Texas, Irvine, Texas, I should say, end of September, early October. I'm so excited to introduce him to you. He's been a good friend of mine for a very long time, well over a decade. And he's coming on right in the middle of the introduction. And so I'm going to task him just to hang for a second while I pump him up. But do me a favor. And I want you guys to drop some huge love in the comments for my friend, my brother. Again, a huge advocate, a huge asset to our profession, the network marketing profession, someone that has dedicated his entire life to just bringing value to companies like ours. This man studies the analytics. He studies the back end. He studies comp plans. He's written multiple books that are best-selling books in our space. He is a rock star in every definition of the word. And like I said in the beginning, he is a real friend. He is a true friend of mine, someone that I really look up to, not only as a friend, but as a mentor. And I am so grateful. He knows how long I've been trying to make this happen. And I am so grateful that he has been so gracious to make his time available to be with us at convention, but none other than the amazing Mr. Rob Sperry. Brother, I'm so grateful you're here, and I'm so excited to finally be able to open it up and introduce you to our whole field and let them know you're going to be with us at convention.
Hey, well, first off, thanks so much for calling my mom to get that great introduction and go with all the good stuff. I always appreciate that, but it's definitely a long time coming. Taylor and I mean, I swear the first time we went to lunch was 6 years ago after we'd been talking back and forth, and he'd been talking about all these ideas, and it was like every 3 or 4 months, I want you to speak. And he's like, like it's so hard, so much politics. I want you to speak. And it was like back and forth. I'm sorry, man. So this time I'm like, Taylor, I love you, man. But I've heard this part. No, it's different. I promise you, it's different. It's going to happen. So I'm more than excited to be able to speak, train, and get to know many of you, see you, give you some hugs. Maybe I get the opportunity to take some photos with you, and I can tag all of you, but just really excited. I'm already starting to prepare content, going back and forth with corporate on different ideas and things that you need so we can cater it specifically to all of you. But if it's okay, Taylor, I just wanted to give a little bit of perspective and a message to everyone. Is that all right?
Of course, please do, man. Yeah, the time is really yours, and I'll ask you a couple questions here in a second. But yeah, please do.
Well, first things first is I like to tell stories because I have ADHD, which stands for Dude Has Dreams. So I'm the guy that's got the squirrel moments all the time, especially when I'm here in my office and my wife's wearing Lululemon and she's walking by. It's like, if you see me like this, that's why. I've told her it's illegal, way too much power over me. And so because of that, I like to simplify things and I like to tell stories. And you'll learn a little bit more about me, especially during the event. Many of you I know of, many of you I know, and many of you I don't know. But first and foremost, as we're going into this event, and I'll talk about this at the event, my mantra is die with memories, not with dreams. That is my life mantra. I'm really heavily founced on having that purpose. And I know that we have different purposes at different times. I know I like to joke around when someone starts out the business. We shouldn't say, did your wife make you cry? Because they're looking at you like, I just want to make my money back. You're weird. But then eventually we know that grows and grows and grows and how important it is. So this post chaos in the world, this particular event for your company is beyond critical and beyond crucial. And so permission for me, hopefully, to be bold. I'm always lovingly bold, but do whatever it takes to be there, whatever it takes. Trust me, I get it. When I first started, I was told about the power of events and leaders are born at events. And I smiled, but then I turned and rolled my eyes. And I'm like, I don't need all that hoopla hype. It's not my personality. It's not my style. I'm naturally an introvert. Last thing I want to do is go talk to a million people. Like, I just want to build my business. I don't need it. So I missed a couple small events and my mentor's made over $30 million in network marketing and he's biting his tongue and he's like thinking probably, why is this kid not listening? Right. I'm in my 20s trying to build this business. And long story short, I end up learning the hard way because whatever you do well duplicates. Sometimes whatever you do poorly almost always duplicates. Number one, you do need it. But number two is your teams need it. And there's no way to fully give it justice. It's like, imagine going on your favorite vacation, right? I just went to, in February, I went to the Maldives and Dubai. And someone's like, hey, how was the Maldives? I mean, how do you do it justice? Oh, the sunsets were amazing. The food, the beach, like the ambiance. It doesn't matter what I say. I can't do it justice. Think about going to your favorite concert and you're trying to describe it. Oh, you should have heard the first song and they came out and what they were wearing. And it was just so amazing, 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 amazing. And their mind's like, yeah, sounds amazing, right? You can't do it justice. You just got to be there. It's a feeling. And even those that think they don't need it, they do. They're belief builders, big time, massive. There's this different type of synergy and energy that happens when you're in a room full of other like-minded entrepreneurs that are going in the same direction as you, where you walk away and you just feel bulletproof. And a lot of those fears that you had, the mother of all fears, the fear of judgment that we're always challenging, all of a sudden now it's like you're at a different level and you're leveling up and your team members are leveling up. So for me, I remember going to this very, very first convention. I met this gal named Shelly. And I'm in, at this time, now I'm generic. I'm not building a company. I'm in a multi-billion-dollar company. And Shelly says she's going to go to this event and this is going to be her last event just because everyone says you got to go. And it's basically after this, I can say it didn't work. And she went, she'd been in the business for about 5 months. She'd only sponsored, 2 or 3 people. She was about to quit. She goes to the event. She could justify it, she said, as a girl's trip. And so she goes, and at the event, she says, I still don't know who or what, but something changed inside me. She came home and wrote on the sticky notes and put it everywhere, on her mirrors, shower, like everywhere she could see, her bedroom, her husband put them everywhere. And something changed in her. She came back the very next year. She became top 3 in a multi-billion-dollar company for sponsoring. Top 3 out of 1 million distributors. And she still talks about how that one event changed everything. I don't know of, I'm sure there's exceptions to every rule, I don't know of a leader that has truly become that next level leader where they tell you that there wasn't an event. It's not necessarily a moment, but events mean so much so that I was trained, because I got a little old school and new school, right? I was old school and then I focused on social media. And so I kind of merged the two, and I teach principles that apply regardless of your style or strategy. And I was taught that every single person, and there's no income guarantees, there's no claims. This was just more to give me a perspective. So this is not insinuating this is for sure, this is what's going to happen. But I was told that, hey, look at it that as for every person that you bring, your annual income will be that. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like $1,000 for every person you bring. So you want to make $100,000 a year? Bring 100 people. And I thought, okay, we can't give exact numbers, but this person had enough experience. It gave me perspective. It gave me something to shoot for. And because of that, I said, you know what? I may not be the best at closing or following up, but I'm going to be the best at getting people to events. So be very careful in the sense of I'm the recovering people pleaser. Like, you can't be the president of that club because I am. You can be the vice president if you want. You can submit your interviews to me and your resumes and all that good stuff, but I'm the president. And so for me, I was really scared to be bold. But I realized that if I wasn't bold, I was actually not helping them in their business. I was a crutch. And I get it. A lot of people, they don't feel like they have the time. They don't feel like they have the money. But isn't that the exact reason why they need to figure out a way to go? I mean, why is it okay that someone can invest in a small business and go $50,000 in debt and the average small business doesn't turn a profit for 3 years? But then when they're going to go on a business trip that could change their lives if they apply what they learn, right? Could change their lives. They can't find justification to find extra money. I'm not being insensitive. Look, I get it. I'm not saying I know how hard it can be. Trust me. I remember where we had to share a house with 25 people that should have only fit 5 people. And I still have nightmares about those days. But at the same time, they're great memories because I had the willingness. I still remember how hard it was. I was trying to figure out ways to be able to even afford the ticket. And I was embarrassed. I didn't want to tell anybody, right? I still remember those days. I showed up to the event and I'd hit a high rank, but I was reinvesting all my money in the business. And so I parked my car like 2 miles away from the event venue because, I had a couple hubcaps that had fallen off and I was totally just embarrassed. And I'm proud of those days now because this is part of it. So I'm telling you, I get it. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not trying to be insensitive. I've just seen how many different people like Shelly's lives where it changed and made a difference. And I don't remember an event like this where you have this many speakers. I just don't remember this many generic speakers at event. If it exists, tell me about it. I'd love to go back and watch the recap of it. I just don't know of one. And I personally am really, really good friends with all these speakers. I talk to them on a daily basis. And so we've got an insane amount of synergy and I'm just extremely excited about it. So I know that was way, way too long, Taylor. I'm not sure which direction we're supposed to go, but
it's awesome, man. It's all perfect. And what I love is die with memories, not dreams. And the other thing I love that you said is, I think this is so important. You said it, you kind of glazed over it quick, but I think a lot of people, as a light bulb moment for them when you said what you do well sometimes duplicates what you do wrong just about always.
Dude, you got a bunch of kids, man. You're like the Brady Bunch over there. You're telling me whatever we do well duplicates sometimes, whatever we do poorly, always.
Exactly. And I thought that was such a great takeaway. I thought that was such a great insight, as well as really some of the real life moments, the real life ideas behind just kind of breaking through some of those mental barriers. And I think that's what some people, so a lot of the people on this call very well might be registered for convention right now. I asked them earlier if they were, a bunch of people put their hands up that they were. What would your advice be to someone that, we're in a really great kind of growth phase right now as the company. I mean, we're really in this blossoming phase where we had our initial growth curve. I mean, you see this all the time. Initial growth curve. We came down to meet the level of our influencers. And now we're going back to on a growth curve again, which is really very generic and a lot of for the network marketing space. A lot of companies in that downfall, they fail. Where the company where we have done some great stuff is we've been able to rebound and we're in that growth pattern right now. But there's a lot of people that I think are really bringing a lot of new people into their business right now. And one of the things that we're doing, just to give you some insight, is with our 2 biggest packs, we're giving away a free convention ticket. So for our $1,000 and our $500 pack, it's coming with a free convention ticket. So maybe some insights, some advice on how people could get creative with some of their new brand partners. You already touched on it a little bit, but maybe a little bit deeper on some strategies that they could use to, get people excited and understand the value that will be at this event.
So I would always consistently talk about it, right? Because if it's important, you're going to consistently talk about it. Don't just gloss over, talk about it once. You're talking about the comp plan with the team, you're doing a team training, like even if it's just a quick 1 or 2 minutes, consistently talk about it. The second thing is we are what we recognize. If something's important, you recognize it. So yes, you have bigger groups, but inside of you've got a bigger team group and then you got your subgroups. I would do consistent recognition of every single person that's coming on a regular basis. Because recognition, men die for it, women cry for it. It's one of the most important pieces of this business. So it also creates a sense of accountability, right? Because there's a lot of people that are thinking of going and they're like, well, I was thinking of going, like, why am I not recognized? Because you haven't fully committed yet. And so that also creates more awareness. It's almost a way of promoting without promoting it. You just simply say, hey, welcome, right? I'm so excited so-and-so's coming. First convention they've ever been to. So that's something else that you can do. Then what I would do is I would have, and I get personal conversations can be hard, but voice messaging can be easier. And so, sometimes what you do is you go layers of leadership. Maybe it's, a specific rank. It doesn't have to be a high rank, and have each one of them go individually with voice messaging. You can also do 3-way chats, just like you do with prospects, 3-way chats. You can do that also with your upline leaders. So the same principles that you've learned, right, with your upline leaders, you can also do that as you do with prospects, also for events to help give them that third-party validation, right, that we all know is so important. And so you can do 3-way chats as well as you go. But again, don't be scared to be bold. You can be sensitive, right? And I would just say it to them up front. Look, I'm very sensitive. I get it. I know a lot of people are really, really busy. They feel like it's really hard. I get how expensive it is. And you can even use analogies that I've given. Like here's another one that I gave people. Look, I can't make a guarantee or promise, but what if I could guarantee if you went to this event that you were going to add an extra $5,000 next year? What if an extra $1,000? What if an extra $2,000? I can't guarantee that, nor will I. But what if I could? Would you make time? If they say yes, okay. I believe if you apply this, you will. Again, it's your decision. I never want to feel like I'm being overbearing to you, but I feel the responsibility. And I can tell all of you this that are tuning in right now, every single one of you that's going to be at that convention, every single one of you is going to say, I wish I would have pushed it more. I wish I had Sally and Julie and Sam and, Johnny here. Every single one of you. I know it happened to me every single time. Like as hard as I push, I wish. And I can tell you that because I know what's going to happen. I know who's speaking. I know a lot of things you guys got prepared for. And that's what's going to happen. You're like, Rob told me, when's the next event? And that's great. Sometimes we got to learn the hard way. I'm just trying to help you so you can learn through my many, many failures. I just failed forward faster than most people. But those are some things that I would personally do to create awareness, to be able to promote, to create accountability, to help just blow this up and make this thing happen.
I love it, brother. I love it. And how many of you guys, I'm putting Rob on the spot. How many? So Rob, we've talked about this a little bit. And I think that the masterclass that we've talked about coming out of convention is people are just about as excited about as they are about convention itself. And so talking about the concept of, when we've made this very clear, the only way you all have access to the masterclass that we are going to do with all of our keynotes is to be at convention. We made this clear to our diamonds earlier today, saying that this is not, we're not going to make exceptions on this, where it's like, hey, I really wanted to be there, but I couldn't, or whatever. Can I still be in the master class? Be like, I'm really sorry. But it's for those that attended convention, for those that had no excuses, that are going to be able to get that training. And so I think that it's just, there's so much about this, and so it's so much bigger than just a 3-day event.
Yeah.
And leading into it, I also want to say, and how many of you put a 5 in the comments? Everyone knows my favorite number, Rob, is 5. I always ask them to put a 5 in the comments. Put a 5 in the comments if you would love for me and Rob to hop into your daily dose of happy and to do a little training, possibly pre-convention, before convention, maybe hop on for 20, 30 minutes and just chat a little bit about some best business building practices. Some things that he's seeing and some things that, maybe a little preview, a little prelude to what he's going to be talking about at convention. I want
to look this up real quick, because you and I talked about this, and
yep.
This is something that I've done for several companies. So this is on June 15th. This is a company where we did a post, because I feel like all the time people get hyped up and then it's like they leave and there's no post after, and that's just as important. So the question I asked, I don't want to see the company name, but it's right. It's gonna be far enough you can't see it. So it's right here, this post. And I said the exact question, word for word. I said, how much was your checkup percentage wise? This is after it was over. It was probably up 50% from the month previous, about 30% increase, about 40% increase, 40%. I checked it. Everyone may have been a day or two late. So that one, she didn't even report. This one says, I doubled. Oh my goodness, up 40%. So, I mean, just, these are every single person. So every single person that plugged in had an increase. I can't control if they don't plug in. I'm not making guarantees. And you know what? Sometimes, this is another quote that I came up with for myself because I needed it. Compensation always catches up to skill set and effort, but it's almost always, here's the key word, almost always massively delayed. So now when you hear the test before the testimony, the mess before the message, the struggle before the story, hopefully it makes more sense. So you may come out and you may not have like, oh my goodness, what happened in the pop? I'm telling you, sometimes, right, it's those seeds that you plant and the harvest happens maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 months later. But compensation always catches up to skill set and effort. But yes, it's almost always massively delayed, and that's our frustration. I hated that. I was like, come on, like, I read The Secret. I just checked the mailbox. Where's the money? Like, I did my part. What's taking so long?
Drop a light bulb in the comments if that was just a moment for you. Drop a light bulb in the comments if you just went, okay. All right. He was talking to me there. That was me. He was talking to me right there. That was some powerful stuff, brother. And I think that so much of our field is going to gain so much value, not only from you, but from the other amazing keynote speakers that we have coming, and the synergy. Like you said, you work with these guys almost on a daily basis. And I won't say the last keynote's name, but specifically Darren and Brian and you. I mean, you guys have done a bunch of stuff together. I mean, I was running, I mean, for the 4 of you to be together just to add a generic event, the price on that ticket would easily be $1,000, easily. And that would be a low ball. You could do a VIP ticket for 10 grand for that event and not even feel bad about it. It was like justified for you 4. And so ultimately what I'm looking at is you have the ability to see these 4 it's like seeing John Mayer in your home. It's like seeing like all these people that for a lot of you, and I'm not trying to like over celebritize Rob and the other speakers, but these are authors in our space. These are the coaches of the coaches in our space. And most of the time they're speaking at conventions with 5, 10, 15,000 people at them. You think they get to stop and say hi to everybody there? No, they don't. We're going to have maximum 800 people at our event, which pretty much guarantees if you are there, you are going to have the opportunity to walk up to them, say hi to them, shake hands with them, take a picture with them, share a thought with them, make a quick funny reel or whatever. Who knows? Get a book signed. But I think that there's so much value in that, so much power in that, that the majority of what they're doing, they're again going into auditoriums filled with people. And you have the blessing to be able to be in it's again, like I say, like John Mayer, it's like seeing these guys in a little tiny venue, like that little intimate VIP venue. And I think that is not to say it's going to be an intimate venue, 800 people, we're going to blow it up, but it's going to be a different experience. And I really want you to be there to be able to have it. Rob, any final words, brother? Because we have one last thing I want you to stay on for. We are actually doing a really fun raffle every week.
Ooh.
So for every person that's registered for convention, every week on our What's Up Weekly, we are giving away, we're drawing one name out of the hat, and that person is earning their entire hotel stay for free at convention. So they have to be registered, but what a great little blessing, right? A little $600 that they don't have to spend anymore on hotels. So one person a week is earning that. But any final thoughts, comments before?
I would just say anytime you have something you really want to make happen, list out the problems, spend 10% of the time on the problems, 90% of the time on the solutions. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Trust me, I could go through tragedy after tragedy after tragedy, setback after setback after setback. I mean, I've traveled across the world. I traveled building my business to Argentina, and there were supposed to be 1,000 people and there were 5 people there. So trust me, I've done a lot. I've made a lot of mistakes. I've learned a lot the hard way, but list out your problems, and I know they're there. I know they're real, and then spend 90% of the time on solutions. And I believe that unless there's some sort of catastrophe, which does happen, that you'll figure it out, and you'll look back and you'll say, thank you so much for giving me that nudge. I was on the borderline and I wasn't sure.
10% of the time on the problem, 90% of the time on the solution. I think that is the takeaway of the night. Rob, I appreciate you, brother, so much. David, would you share the screen real quick, and we'll get back into some quick announcements before we let everyone get off this call, as I know we are usually keeping it 30, 35, but we're going a little bit over. And so free convention, we just talked about it. We let you know we got the drawing coming up, and the drum roll is coming, because this week's winner is Janelle McDaniel. Janelle McDaniel, congratulations. A huge shout out to you, as you have earned 3 free nights. You are going to convention. You are not having to worry about that. How many people can you stack into that room now that you got it for free? It's like, all right, I'm bringing you. It's like Oprah, you get a bed, and you get a cot, and you get a couch, and you get a tub. We're filling that room up, Janelle. I'm so excited. Congratulations. And a huge shout out to everyone that is registered. Just know that if you're registered, it's not like your name goes away. We don't just take the new people that register for the next week. Everyone that is registered, minus Janelle, will be in our drawing for next week. And so make sure that you go and you get registered. Make sure that you're going onto the site and you're getting that in. If you're one of the people that has come in, one of our brand partners that's come in on a happier or a happiest pack, it's as simple as you calling customer service and saying, hey, I'd love to utilize my free convention ticket, and they will get you registered. No questions asked. They'll walk you through the whole process. But again, congratulations, Janelle. Well-deserved to you. Can't wait to hug you. Can't wait to say hi to you at convention. And with that, if you want to stop sharing the screen, David, we can say our goodbyes here. David, if you got any thoughts on Rob, I would love for you to share a few words.
Put a 5 in the chat if you like what Rob said tonight.
5 it up, baby. Always.
All right. Hey, Rob, that was awesome. Great advice. I learned a bunch, and thanks so much. Looking forward to 2 hours nonstop at convention of Rob, plus the masterclass after. So it's going to be great. Going to be great. Going to be great. Glad you could join us. Thanks so much for dedicating a little time with us tonight. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. And I'm excited. I'm getting ready for it. Getting ready.
Okay.
We're going to rock and roll. As
All
always,
right.
you guys have a blessed evening.
Thanks, everybody. Bye now.
Bye for now.